Not that it can hear me. I don't know if the mic even picks up through this thing or not. I figure I get some video down here to put on the vlog. Lots of people here down in the Cenote. Oops. Sorry about that. You can climb in, jump in up to 12 feet.
Just walk up and jump.
Go, Gabby! Go, Gabby! Go, Gabby! Go, Gabby! Woo!
Ahora sí, foto. Jenny, Tania. Ey, foto. Esto. A ver, ahí les va ahora. ¿Estás bien? Yo desde la... Falta media hora.
Absolutely.
Okay, the way back towards you.
They're really not walking that fast.
First view of the temple.
it looks like we are all in here. And I'd like to tell you this first. It's totally okay with me if you do what you actually are doing now. If you are filming, if you're taking your pictures, that helps us to save time while I'm giving you the information. Some colleagues, they will say, okay, I will not speak because you're not paying attention. You're all with your phones and cameras. That's not the case. That helps me a lot. Okay? So we save the time because we have precious minutes to be here. Okay? Even if you want me in the picture, $1, $1.
Yeah, right here. So you can
See,
look, you can learn.
this is how this place was once a long time ago when they found it. Covered in vegetation, falling apart, but it's still in good shape. When they were looking for the name, they heard the locals told them Chichén Itzá, the mouth of the well of the Itzá group. Why mouth of the well of the Itzá group? Because underneath, if you see at this picture, there is another cenote like the one you swam below it. That was not done casual. That was practice on purpose. The cenotes were the admission to the underworld, and it's 9 levels. The temple is the earth where we are, and the sky above, 13 heavens. And they haven't explored it, thinking that breaking the thin, fragile layer of limestone might make partially this beautiful temple to collapse. So the 1900s, this is how it was. They get to clear it, and little by little fixed it, until at the end they left it on the way you see. And when they were looking for treasures or secret passages like in Egypt, they found 2 more stages in there. Every 52 years they thought life will change and start from zero. So in a way to say thank you for a new beginning, another chance to be here to the gods, they will add 1 more. The bigger it gets, the closer to heaven, and a big display of power to intimidate the smaller cities. The treasures I told you found inside, these ones. This is the messenger of the gods on his hands, where I have in my finger. That's the hands. They used to place ceramic objects, which could be meals, drinks, animal blood, or people's blood when it was necessary. And here, this is the jaguar. Both are made out of limestone. Okay? The jaguar was painted red with cochinilla. Do you know cochinilla?
No, man.
If not, it's a beetle which grows on the cactus. Look at ochre red. On the jaguar, they place also different type of offerings, but they burn incense. They burn the incense that will make the leaders on the top to have visions. Similar today to psychotropic drugs or to LSD, for example. The beginning of the Maya cartel. Why people is clapping? It's not exactly because they are happy to see us. Clapping in a specific area of this palace makes the sound distortion, and what you hear is not proven, it's not in the books yet, but the archaeologists debate it might be the acoustic of this bird. Have you seen it before?
No.
No? That's the quetzal. It's not from the area, it belongs to the lower Maya land, and it for them, light and life. Also, they believe on a serpent god here. This bird on the air, with a long tail, sometimes about 2-3 feet. The tail undulates, and it looks like a dragon. So that's what I think the snake I'm going to show you later in another angle. It's represented with feathers. I think I heard on the bus, some of you mentioned you knew about the Mayan calendar, which is this one you see here. It's split in 3 pieces, so it could be explained. It combines days, months, years, cycle of the stars every 52 years. In a general cycle, 5,125. It ended on December 21st, 2012. Do you remember what's going to happen at that time?
The world was supposed to end.
The war was supposed to end, but it was the end of the great era. So if we were still using it, we were in the first years of the first cycle of 52 years. But this temple wasn't built just like that, just nice. It was built as a calendar. That's why you see lots of numbers in the drawing. Okay? And I'm going to use the physical structure to explain you. North, south, east, west areas. 91 steps on the stair. Okay? 91 times 4,
I don't know.
364. Plus the long one last step to be on top, 365. Another way to use it as a calendar. 9 platforms left and right of the stair, so that will be 18 with 20 days each. Multiplied, 360. On the skyline, on top of the roof, there are some broken hooks. 5, a complementary month, as you see here in the drawing, here on the top. a month, they will not work or do anything else but praying, thinking if they change the rule, then instead of rewards, they will get punished by the gods. Another one. Every platform has sunken rectangles on it. 26 in total to the left and to the right. 52. At first they thought, okay, it was weeks. Mayan people knew about weeks. No, it wasn't weeks. It was years. It was the cycle of the stars as they call it. And again, every 52 years they will add a newer layer. But also, some of you mentioned in the boss, solstice and equinoxes. The snake god. March 21st, September 22nd, the alignment of the sun on sunset in between 3 and 5 o'clock creates the illusion of a snake, which is the one where I have a fingers now. So little by little, if you put this on fast forward camera, it does look like a moving snake. It's Kukulkan, that's the main god here, as well as Chak. If you look on front of the door, there is a face on top of the door over there. You see it? His nose is missing. The nose should be curly up. When it's curly up, it's hold the rain. When it's curly down, it's asking for rain. He wanted a balance. They didn't go and switch it or make it. Until here, are we doing good?
Yeah.
Perfect. We're going to go to the front so we can do that acoustic too. You can help me out with that. And then we move to another temple, and at the end, as we said, there is some minutes left. Maybe some minutes left for an extra picture or for getting that one last chance to buy a souvenir. Questions, complaints? Not yet? Okay. You hear it?
Yeah.
Remember the name of the snake god, Kukulkan. Imagine today is the day that serpent is shaped by the shadows in there and everybody's happy to see him. Now on the count of 3, you will do it a few times together as well with me. 1, 2, 3. Thank you very much. Well, a part of that acoustic, if I was on the top as a leader, north, south, east, west, the slightly inclination of the room will make my voice possible to be heard in every angle, to deliver a message or any instructions, or even in a ceremonial day. Now, sometimes people ask me, why Mayan people ask, Bill, it's so steep? Well, as a normal person, climbing all the way up, I'm forced to bow a little bit. So I'm saying, I'm doing my reverence to the God you see above the door, or to the leader. On the way down, to keep balance, I will come down sideways, and I'll be moving like that snake they honor right here. For the record, all this you see used to be bright colors: red, blue, orange, yellow, white, but mostly red, to look as blue. Because on the top of this one, that's where they perform on special events, situations like this. This is just a drawing, so it doesn't get to be so explicit and you get nightmares later tonight. On the very top, but in the north face. And the north face is on it. Well, family, let's have now a couple of minutes to take picture without scattering too far, because then it's very hard to find people. If you need help, give me your... See? Well, using again the Mayan iPad. Look, the temple you see over there in the distance, that's the warriors' palace, I mean a residential area, and also their office. If all of this was for the wealthy Maya, they should have people to serve and protect them. So that will be an elite group of soldiers standing between those pillars and also on the top, making sure people follow the rules, collecting taxes, and protecting the important Maya who live here. By the way, population, nearly 25,000 people here on its best time, but less than 10% live in these solid buildings. The normal community, they live outside in thatched houses, just as you see on this drawing here. Where also they show exactly the water, how they travel by canoes, the kind of animals they fish, the kind of animals they farm in mainland. They only use baskets to transport things. They built special roads called sagbes, wide and straight. They did have the wheel, but they never used it for transportation issues. And then just slightly right of the market, there are some columns looking a little bit dark in there. That was actually used as a market to keep control on people's people's traits. One of the strongest theories saying why this might have collapsed. A drought which lasts over 30 years, pushing them out looking for water, war, and also an oppressive government. Each time they wanted more and more and more, and the workers said, well, we do what you say. We work for you, we feed you, and we follow the instructions, but you push more on us. So there was a time when they said, enough. Then they have the civil uprisings, and at the end, like any war, no one gets to win. They died. I mean, the wealthy, educated, and normal people scattered. When you hear stories like Mayan culture disappeared, just the wealthy, which kept education in a very small group of people. And then we are all Maya, myself a little bit, our driver, people selling stuff around here, just in a minor or in a bigger scale. Later, I do a bit more. I'm much older than Alejandra, so I got to learn to catch some through the years, through the villages and a bit in school. So I'll teach you some more. So you can practice over there on the ship. Let's go to the shade. Vamos a la sombra. I think we are all in here. This is slightly smaller platform. It's called the Temple of the Eagles and the Jaguars. You can spot it on the front walls. The two animals are facing each other, holding human hearts. They have the speech bubble coming to their mouths. And they say, well, animals of different species cannot communicate, but in this case are cultures. The jaguar representing the Maya and the eagle representing the Toltec. At first, all of this used to be very artistic, scientific, and then with the intervention of the Toltecs, it became a huge display of power or intimidation. In other words, I'm going to put it this way, pure Mayan people was like, welcome to my house, use whatever you like, enjoy it, learn, have fun. And once they had the Toltecs into the place, it was knock at the door, be careful if you enter, because I might get you. You might become my servant, or I might take over you. They think on the top, but they haven't found any evidence of a strong structure or wooden structure. Maybe dances, musicians, soldiers, and even offerings placed in there. They excavated looking for treasures, but nothing. But a broken statue, like the one I showed you earlier, like this one in here. Okay. All of this, by the way, is made of limestone. You can get it very easily from the caves, from the cenotes, from very short hills around. And then how you work with it? When it's wet, using, for example, obsidian, another stone, you can snakes or any other things they wanted to carve in there. But there is more. The one next door has lots of skulls.
Come on. Oh yeah, look at that. Whoa, there's a lot of faces.
Using the book, you can see how this platform was, or at least they think it was, back to the Maya time. On the top, the skulls of their enemy were impaled on sticks. Just again, like a warning, like be careful if you don't want to be there. They excavate the whole thing, no bones, no heads, nothing, which in the stone you see there impaled on top of the other. It's called Sompantli, and it means cemetery.
So this part, would that be, which part of it would it be?
This will be the top part, and this is the front part. It's like an abacus.
Gotcha, so it's missing.
But they say, well, it's all of this was clean and clear, so they can collect the water, so people don't spread infections. And now you tell me there were skulls. This doesn't sound like a good idea. And they say, well, also, why killing thousands of them when you can use them? Use your enemies to do the hard labor and leave normal families alone for a while, so they enjoy or they believe again in you instead of becoming much oppressed against them. Inside, well, they thought maybe they were cremated. Nothing, no evidence that they killed a single person. Now, how do you recognize who was an important Maya and who was a wealthy Maya? Normally, the wealthy Maya in special dates or requests were sacrificed. See at the skull deformation, which is no longer in practice. So at the end, as an adult, the person has a large head, like a cone head, or flattened. Also, dental work. Any dentists in here today?
Oh, wow.
No?
Nope.
They glue, more than glue. They drill their teeth to place in there obsidian, jades, or metals to look different. Cross ties, tattoos, and piercings. The many differences you have, the higher rank you belong. Normal people were not allowed at all to do this.
Did they have anything they used like for pain for that?
Yeah,
or?
they knew which kind of roots they will chew to numb their mouth so they don't feel the pain. Plus, they also have fermented drinks and herbs to get those effects. If we were here in a normal tour, I will spend maybe 3 or 5 hours telling you all those details and even show you some of the plants, because a part of being a tour guide for more than 24 years, now I'm into bird watching, and also I'm into Mayan herbal medicine. So I will tell you this plant is for this, that plant is for that, but maybe next time. So we have how they carve those nice, well, I would say nice carvings, which are skulls, the eagles, and the places in the pyramids. This is obsidian, this is volcanic stone, okay? It's sharpless because it's a souvenir, so no one gets hurt with it, unless you want. Well, this, when you break it, becomes as sharp like a scalpel, so you can do scars, mutilations on the body when it was needed. Also, well, to do carvings, but the importance. If we cut, we bleed red. Well, it dries, becomes dark. This is magma, this is lava from the volcanoes. When it comes out from the volcano, it turns dark, okay? At first it's red. And well, this is one of the weapons they used to get rid of the Spanish when there was the conquest. So it dries off and becomes dark. And depending on the beta it gets out, sometimes it drags minerals like silicium, which is contained in gold. So it's the blood of earth and the energy of the sun. This is nicely polished. It's the same material. In some carvings we see the Mayan leaders, the Mayan gods, wearing them like goggles. Why? They could see the sun the whole day. They can see an eclipse without getting blind. So that was special for them. And that's not his calendario. The Mayan calendar should be like this way. One wheel, second wheel, third wheel, plus the timekeeper. When I told you about the colors, all this was painted, I mean the temples and all of this. Flowers, seeds, fruits, roots, that's the materials, of course, in big scale they will collect from the vegetation to get everything bright. Mix it with the plastic and then make it look, for example, like this. These guys, they add a little bit of a shoe shine polish, so it gets fixed into the place. And this is the one which shines because the silicium on them. My friends, so we don't get crowded in the ball court with the other groups I'm seeing they're watching the same direction. We only can give you 10 minutes in here just in case you want to buy a one last chance souvenir without scattering, please, because then it will be very hard to find you. And the idea is to get back all together, back to the bus. I'll be here just next to this cut tree with Ale. You're welcome.
So our tour guide was saying that they believe that the team captain of the winning team of the ball game, which we're about to go into the ball court here in just a moment, would be sacrificed because they were the best of the best, and they would get to go straight to the gods to speak for them.
Shady. To speak about the ball court arena. These are the conditions it was when the place was found, okay? The jungle has overgrown on it, but still was in good shape. It's named in the Mayan language, Pok Tapok, okay? Result of the sound produced when the ball hit the field or the players. About the ball, it was made out of rubber. Just as she was telling you about the chewing gum early in the morning, they cooked that up and converted into similar to latex. There is no skull or rock into the ball. They just did wrappings, like the thread balls we used to play, well, at least my generation, the baseball without breaking something. They made it weight about 6 to 7 pounds, like a medicine ball, okay? And then you have an aerial view on how large it is, plus a zoom in of the ring. There were 7 people on each team, including the captain. They all should have protection around the body, like the forearms, the elbows, the shoulder, the waist with a belt, a thick belt, and a stick they will use to hit the ball. Protection in the upper legs, also protection around the knees. With bare skin, 6-pound rubber ball, you can guess what will happen if you hit it. When someone else has hit it and at least is coming to you at 20 miles per hour. It will be equal to get a 200-pound hit directly into your body. Only the captain of the game, will have a racket like the one you see here a little bit in blue in the drawing. So I'm gonna mention this. 14, 12 were in the lower section, which was cluster. The captains, one on the slope to the left and to the right. And I'm gonna give you, this is again, I use sometimes my weird examples to put together American football, hockey, rugby, basketball, and wrestling. Why? If I was one of those players, and if you were my opponents, I could tackle you. I could come and charge against and hit you, maybe with the elbow, maybe with my shoulder, maybe just push you or punch you, whatever I want to do to make you lose control on the ball. If I did, someone from my team will get it and will pass it on to the captain, where my captain was. The only person with the racket making it bounce, but calculating strength and distance. So he gives that strong shot, and he raises the balls so high and accurate to make it pass through the ring. The ones you see in there. Here is the deal. From the slightly upper area he was until the ring, it was still like 23 feet tall. The difference between that ring and the ball, it was less than an inch. So it should be something perfect to achieve it. If you didn't pass it through it on the drawing one, the rings used to have carvings of double-headed snakes. Where you hit it, you get points. Why people are whistling and yelling and doing noises in there? If at that time you all were seated in here, the concave rooms amplifies your voices. If I was with Ali at the other end, we would hear you. When we answer to you, you'd hear perfectly. The side walls, they are 7 degrees inclined to the inside, like a acoustic shell or like amphitheater. That's what it works. But in here, we will not be saying, "Oh, this is so funny, this is nice," to take very, very important decisions, as the guys advise. Well, up there with us, there will be people equal to judges or referees. If I don't score directly, and as nobility we say this game should be over, that's how they pick a winner and a loser. In here, it was the winning one, the one who got the privilege to be sent to heaven. You know what I mean? Okay? Sacrifice, exactly. His family might go upgrade in society. Yes.
Would it be the whole team or
No,
just the captain?
just the captain. But when it was a special occasion, something very, very drastic. And well, I go to heaven, my family enjoys their new life as they are the family of the very important person, and my name is listed in history. What about the loser? They mentioned he also got sacrificed in a different way. Like an animal, humiliated. If it was a very important match or game, they also can go down in society, and my name is not listed in history. So they will be have it all or have nothing. During the game, through the back of the platforms, there will be steps for different groups of people selected to watch it. Not for fun, so later they can tell everybody what happened here. Like the media, if we put it this way. How long does it last? They don't know. Few hours on sunrise, few hours on sunset. Why? Why this timing? Light and darkness, upper and lower guy. Now this is the archaeological version, quick Mayan version. They made the ball so heavy, so when it bounced on the earth, which they thought we lived on top of a gigantic cave held by a crocodile or a turtle, it makes an echo like a car bus boom system, boom, 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 and they look to us from the underworld. Then the ball set on fire east to west, like the sundial, will make the upper guts to think what's going on in here, why there is another star shining like the sun. We didn't create it, and then we got their attention. And in that way, we can address and we get their advices or information. So today we can actually form 2 teams. We can do the game. No sacrifices at the end. You would sacrifice back to the ship an ice cold cerveza, Coca-Cola, ice cream, or whatever of your preference. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thanks a lot for your kind attention. As we said, this was just a taste of Chichén Itzá, a taste of culture and the Cenote. Thank you. Now, a couple more minutes for one last picture. Thank you, gracias, and then we go together. Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you, everybody. Questions, complaints?
Is there any, of course, we're South area, Kentucky, so there's a lot of reenactments and stuff. Are there teams now that play this game?
In the city, not here, but in the city, in Merida, in the capital, every Saturday.
Okay, so they do have a version of this then.
And in here, there is a team from Chichén Itzá. Every couple of years, when there is a couple like games, like just demonstration, they can go to Belize, to Guatemala, to play. Not as hard, but to play. Those are good players.
Okay.
Yes, it's a.
Hey everyone, so we are back on the ship now after our tour of Chichén Itzá in Progreso. It's been a beautiful day. The weather was great. We'll get by now you would have seen the videos of me jumping into the Cenote, both of the lower and then finally getting the courage of the 12-foot jump. Drain stayed up on top, so I'll let her talk about a little bit about Progreso.
Well, the Cenote was really pretty from up at the top. I did not go down there. They had a buffet for us. The food was really good. And then when we went over to the other part of our tour, it was the Mayan ruins, and that was really neat to see and listen to. The only thing that I noticed other than all of that was the way the land looks here in most of the places that we drove through. It's kind of sad.
So we did have a good time. We talked about it. Would we come back to Progreso? Probably not. If we ever do come back, we'll probably just look around on local beach some, and that's about it, because there's really not much. I'll turn the camera in here in just a second, but there's really not much in Progreso. The ruins, it's a 2-hour drive each way to go see the ruins. So, I mean, once you've seen them, you've seen them, but they were neat to see. I would make the trip at least once. We've made our once, and if we ever do come back, we may even stay on the ship. So, let me turn it around so you can see the coast. We're getting ready to depart from Progreso. So, we're out here watching the ship as it sets sail, but let me turn this around so you can see that. So as you can see, it's not very big. The port itself, it's a very long port. It is one of the longest in Latin America. They actually have the Guinness World Book of Records for how long it is. So you do have to take transportation. You're not going to just walk down into the city. But again, if you get a chance, do it once, but that's about all it really is. So tonight's the American Rock Show and the 80s night, so we're looking forward to that. Weather permitting, it'll be out there on the Lido deck. Drain will probably be shooting the video on that, because I'll be down making a fool of myself again. But hey, you're on a cruise, you might as well have fun.
Yep, he'll be out there making a fool of himself, all right. Hello.
Y'all make some noise for the band.
Rock and Glow Party.
You don't understand.